the know, just can't watch the show. To know what to do, just jump in the queue. It's tailored to you. So what you gonna do? All in the queue, it's tailored to you. All in the queue, just check out the view. All in the queue. To be in the know, just come watch the show. To know what to do, just jump in the queue. It's tailored to you. So what you gonna do? All in the queue, it's tailored to you. All in the queue, it's check out the view. All in the queue. All in the queue, it's tailored to you. All in the queue, just check out the view. All in the queue. To be in the know, just can't watch the show. To know what to do, just jump in the queue. It's
One thing for sure and two things for certain is I'm never going to hear you out if what I'm hearing is stupid. I'm not going to hear that. I'm not going to receive that. That's not my ministry. A lot of y'all sit and give too much of y'all time and effort to people who don't deserve it. Why would you be listening to somebody telling you that 2 + 2 is 92 when you know it's not? That is a waste of my time. It's not of the kingdom. It's not. And I would not subject myself to foolishness, okay? Because I don't like to consider myself to be foolish, so I don't want to sit with it. No, it ain't nothing we can do. We done talking. I'm done talking. I'm done listening as well. Yeah, so I don't know who needs to hear that. I hope it reaches you and I hope it touches your spirit. Stop entertaining foolishness. Because people will start seeing you as foolish or somebody to be played with. And I don't like to be played with. Go play Atari. Go play some spades. But don't play with me. All right, love you. Bye. One thing for sure and two.
What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your girl Super. We back today. We are back today. We are doing our Harvey recap today. I hope everybody has had a great grand day. I know one thing I have. I can't complain at all. I mean, I could, but who would care, right? Let me see who is in here. If you're in here, please let me know you're here. Hey, Dave Bryson, how are you doing today? We are about to have a conversation about Harvey. If you checked out the thumbnail, Harvey has recently voted to begin the process of declaring themselves a distressed city. And we have been going to the board meetings and the finance meetings, if that's what you want to call them, and covering those just like we did Dalton. And we will continue to do so since they are neighbors, and this is the South suburbs that we are talking about. Again, if you're here in the chat, I see that there are at least 6 people here with us. I'm sure more people will join as they get their notifications. Hey, D-Love, how are you? Thank you for stopping in. We have a guest from Harvey today. I'm going to try to include guests from Harvey that want to join the conversation whenever we do these recaps, because I think it's important that the residents of Harvey's voices be heard, because we all know that the mayor claims that he has office hours to see residents on Fridays by appointment only, may I add. But I'm sure not now, since a lot of people have been furloughed and the building closes at noon. So the building is open from 9 to noon. And so I'm sure he's not meeting with anyone. I mean, we know he's meeting with some people, but not people that are actual residents of Harvey. So I want to give the residents of Harvey a voice, and anybody that is watching this live and you want to participate in the recaps of Harvey meetings after the meetings, then just reach out to me via my email, stewed up for the T, the number 4, the T at gmail.com. And you can be a guest when we do our recaps for Harvey, because I think it's very important to have the community's voice when you are talking about issues in their community, because they know what's going on. Hey, Miss Prima Donna, how are you today? I hope you're doing good. Please like, share, and subscribe to this channel, and share this video anywhere that you can share it. Let people know that we are on having a conversation about Harvey, and we are recapping the meeting today with our special guest from Harvey. And so I'm going to get ready to bring up the special guest as I begin to bring up the Harvey meeting. Give me 1 second. Let me find the meeting. Make sure I have that up. Get ready to share the page. Did anybody else come in? As you come in, you can speak. I think we all should be past the point of not speaking in chats because people are watching. Should be able to watch and interact as you see fit, wherever you see fit. And if you can't do that, then you shouldn't be watching. All right, so we are going to bring up our special guest. I want to thank her so much for coming on. She's not a camera person, so she won't be on camera, but you will be able to hear her. And that's fine, but she's a beautiful queen. I can tell you that right now, because she is. And we're going to bring up Miss Sharon. Miss Sharon,
hello, how's everybody doing?
All right. So, Miss Sharon, we're going to start talking about, and I'm going to put this, let me get this meeting up on the screen. We're going to start talking about, let's talk about the finance meeting.
Okay.
Because you were present in that meeting.
Yes.
Hold on 1 second. Pause this. You were present in that meeting, and you're present in the meeting. And I think this is my first time interacting with you or seeing you at this particular meeting. I know previous to this, you've been to a lot of meetings. Nothing of which happened got done, but so, and I think that's a lot of residents, right? They start out coming, and when they figure out they're not going to be addressed, then it's like, why come?
It can be frustrating, but we still have to we have to stay engaged. We have to pay attention. It's too much going on for us to be lackadaisical anymore. Harvey matters.
Right. And it does in a big way. In a big way, all of these Southland communities matter in a big way. Why? Because they are predominantly Black communities.
Yes.
That is something that is very important right now with the bigger picture, with them trying to redistrict these congressional voting districts. It is very important that out here in the South suburbs that we as a Black community stay engaged.
Yes, we have to stay engaged. Come on down to the City Hall, Harvey. Come on down and see how Mr. Clarence Clark is down there, just cutting up, y'all. Every time I go down there, it's something new, something that amazes me, something that makes me ask questions. Like this it's not right, and you guys should come down and see it firsthand with your own eyes.
Welcome, Status Quo and Javar. How are you guys? Thank you for joining the conversation this evening. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and share with anybody that you know. Hey, status call. What I want to get to is, if it's okay, I want to play your comment during the finance meeting. And so we're going to listen to your comment, and then I want you to be able to fully get your thought out, because yeah, this was a wild. All you did was make a comment, and it sent the room into an uproar. Well, really one person, because it really didn't send the room into an uproar. It just sent one person into an uproar. All right, we're gonna listen to it.
I want to know what's going on. I want to see our city thrive, but it just continues like, oh, everything's fine while the city is burning. That's what it feels like. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Anybody else?
Hi everybody, my name is Sharon Lee. I'm sure a lot of y'all know me here. I want to echo on some of the questions that she said. You have some really good questions. Mr. Rogers, you sit over this finance committee, and the mayor said that we're still $160 million in the hole. Although Harvey takes in, to my some odd millions of dollars, what do you guys do to pay down debt? Instead of just paying bills, how are you helping me to pay down this debt? Because the tax burden in Harvey is ridiculous. I always come here and I speak about taxes because they matter. She said about the law firm, as the population decreases, the tax revenue is decreasing. Why do we pay over $100,000 for law every month? You guys sit, and then you guys sit there and you guys just vote. And do you see the ramifications of your yeses? Do you see this? We further in the hole, and y'all just yes. What are you doing to help me? You don't appear to be doing nothing to me. The same problems that I came and talked about in August, because the only reason why you saw me is because the tax bills went up and my sidewalks wasn't fixed. The sidewalks still wasn't fixed, yet I still pay one of the highest tax rates. Who coming to send some of this money out here, to the fourth ward where I'm from? Over here where my grandbaby still can't ride her bike down the block. Like, that's the only reason why you know me is because I came to tell y'all my problems, and y'all haven't solved any of them. I want y'all to know that in 2027, y'all won't make it fast, because one of the things y'all need know how to do is to win the election. And I know that some of y'all got like 150 votes, maybe 300 votes. I can do that too. Y'all not gonna sit here and keep on, like she said, we on fire, and you telling me it's okay, but you steady pouring gasoline back on yes. It is ridiculous what you guys are doing to us in past 2027. And when the next man get up here, whoever he or she may be, I'm coming after all y'all, because it's not Clark, it's you. It's you four, you and the rest, we keep on voting yes, y'all. One thing I want to point out right now, so I'm gonna sit down, is that as y'all was sitting there going through the fields, it looks like y'all just got this. Y'all is under the Come on now, did you see it before tonight? You literally going through here and talking about picking up the garbage. As much money as I pay, you better come get the garbage, Mr. Rogers. What's it? I will see y'all in 2027.
I don't care what you see me listen. You need to hear me. You're misinformed.
I'm not misinformed. I live here. I'm not misinformed. I live here.
And the same problem you said, that you just get to the microphone.
Order. That's crazy. That's order. What? What the police say?
You know what?
Now, Miss Sharon.
Yes, yes, yes. That's me, y'all. I don't mean to be out there clowning. That's not in my nature. I don't speak up for my hood.
You did not even clown. You made your statement as a public comment, as a resident of Harvey. You made your comment, and he just got triggered. He got triggered
about the
because
less than 300 votes he get.
He's not right though.
Yes, yes. Because he was the one I was talking about. That's what triggered him. But the fact remains that stuff that I said up there and said, it was the truth. So for him to say that I'm misinformed, it infuriates me. That's why when I get up there, you can't even tell it all because you be done took in. It's so much going on. So much going on in poor little old Harvey, but taxpayers like me just keep on catching it. They keep on taking advantage of me from the last administration to this administration too. None of these the last mayors have been good stewards of Harvey. Neither one of them. So there's my idea.
Now, hey Deb Hill. I think I saw Winky Wonder come in. How are you guys doing? Now, Leave It to Beaver sat in that seat, and that's what I call Tyrone Rogers. Leave it to Beaver because he got that Leave It to Beaver hair.
Yes, he do.
he does not think.
I call it Temptations do. He like with Temptations.
Oh, I ain't even gonna shame the Temptations like that. He has that Leave It to Beaver hairdo because he thinks that he's not one of us, right? Because his wife or him is riding around in this electric Cadillac, this 2026 electric Cadillac
that I pay for.
Right. And the thing that blows me is when he was doing all that yelling, I don't know if y'all could hear, he said these are the same issues that all of the cities are dealing with. No, sir. Not every city out there is dealing with $160 million deficit. No, they are not.
And a lot of cities are getting new businesses. I ride around, and the second you step out of Harvey, there are new business being built up, and they're springing up right outside of me. Like I'm finding Taco Bells in places. I'm like, other people are doing good. Harvey is just squandering whatever little bit of money they are taking in, because I don't doubt that being $160 million in debt gives you bad credit and makes you hard to loan to. But the money that they are taking out in via property taxes cannot go 100% to overhead, and then I get the trickle down of it. That's what cannot happen anymore. You cannot keep on paying your paycheck and your salaries. I happen to do a research on just one lady who makes 212% more than me. You know, talking about, because the median income in Harvey is poverty, and she's making $120K working at my city hall, and then driving one of the cars leased by me to her home outside Harvey. That's a truth right there, that we have leased cars that employees at City Hall ride around in, you know, to make good money in Harvey, and then drive my car out of my town to go home and lay their heads and pay their property taxes.
And not spending a dime, not getting gas in Harvey.
That's the truth, and that's not me being misinformed. That is the truth right there.
Right. That's what they don't want you to tell.
That's
why they get loud when you start talking.
To intimidate me.
There you go, because they don't want people to hear the truth that you're saying. The truth of the matter is that Clark was an alderman when all of this started.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
he
ma'am.
Was crying about Kellogg. He was crying about Kellogg doing the same thing that he's doing right now.
Yes.
Now, I want to say this, and I want to say this to the public. I cannot sit here and say that this man had anything to do with taking funds. What I would say that he has a big hand in the misappropriation of
mismanagement. The mismanagement.
Right, and
Yeah.
misappropriating funds to different places that don't need to go there. That big old TV that he bought, that touchscreen one that he be doing, that's probably like a
I would say
$10,000 TV. Why would you need that in a city
the
that
city
is
that's $160 million
160
in the hole. Like the things that are in the bills, like pay attention to what's even in the bills. And then I don't even know the gist of it. I'm still trying to FOIA. I'm not sure if I've mentioned thus far that every single time I put in a FOIA, it's stopped by unduly burdensome. They never want to release any type of information.
So they don't want to actually work for the money you paying them for.
Yes.
Because I don't see how it's burdensome if you sitting there for 8 hours and you're not doing any work. Looking for the stuff I'm asking you for is the work you're supposed to be doing. So
you're right.
it's
So
burdensome for
they
you
have
to
to
do
make
that.
it make sense. And they don't make it make sense ever. It never makes sense. It's always off in Harvey City Hall, and I for one am just sick of it. I'm coming at this as a concerned taxpayer. That is my title. I am a concerned taxpayer. I am concerned that Harvey pays one of the highest tax rate in the nation. Not Cook County, not Illinois, the nation. Like we're like literally only behind New Jersey and somebody, and then there's us in Cook County. It's a Cook County thing too.
Well, for me, like I said again, I don't know if he was a part of, during Kellogg's time. I know there was a lot of things that went on, but he was an alderman during that time. When he switched over to being mayor, he knew the issues when he switched over to being
yes, he
mayor.
do.
I don't understand why.
He said that he said, "Okay, I got it." And now 7 years later, we still have the same problems, if not worse, because he is Kellogg on steroids. And I will say that at least Kellogg was cute.
Well, I could say Kellogg was cute because he think he fine. Now he had the hair. Let me tell you now, he had hair. Now him, I'll give him the temptation hair. Okay, now I give him the temptation.
This one here.
But
this one here just he's nasty. He's unapproachable. You can't tell him nothing. He doesn't listen. He thinks he knows everything. He doesn't ask for help. Why does that street on 154th look like that? What are them big dip out things that come out that make you have to scoot? Like, who planned that? Who planned
Why do that mobile home park look like that? I'm not even sure that there's running water going back there to that mobile home park. Because those homes are sinking. They are leaning to the side. Some of them don't even have doors. They have sheets up as doors. I'm thinking, is that safe? What? Well, y'all must got some type of security.
They won't get not one city ticket, but then they want to complain about these imaginary businesses that owe them taxes.
That part. You don't have businesses leaving because they don't want to pay your taxes. You have businesses leaving because you have now you declared yourself a distressed city.
Right.
No one is going to move in. Their business will never be able to grow.
Right.
You have now told the world and people that you cannot take care of the city. So why would a business want to stay there?
Right. And to that note, why would I as a resident want to keep him on in that position? Like, if you file financially distressed, that means that you couldn't handle it. We should recall him.
Now, I know that some people are going around saying that he's not corrupt. Well, I want to know why we couldn't have the comptroller's report put on the website.
And all the people that go around saying that he's not corrupt tend to be from outside of Harvey. I was just being accosted on Facebook by people that are telling me, well, this and I choose not to argue back and forth with them.
Because why? Because that's where you live. You shouldn't have to argue with somebody who don't even live there.
And you don't get to tell me what I don't step outside and see.
That's right.
Like, I ride where you dip, and you like, I don't even drive my car, my 2024 down a lot of these streets. I'm selective. Okay.
You have to be. You have to be
I'm
because
selective about where I even drive here. So how do you tell me that I don't see this? I don't ride past this.
listen, your whole car gonna be looking like one of them
Yes,
Flintstone
I don't
cars.
drive past Cooper Park where there are no swings up there, and one of the basketball rims fell down a few months ago, and nobody's thought to put it up, even though we're donating millions and millions of dollars to the park district.
Listen, no apologies does me. D Love, she says, why can't the comptroller and the treasurer work together to get the finances in order? Because one of them deals in lies and one of them deals in truths. The treasurer deals in truths because she sees the actual cash money in the bank. It is the comptroller who deals in lies because he just takes invoices. He don't know if these invoices been paid or not, but he counts them. That's a lie.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
you can't work with somebody who you can't tell that money hasn't come in yet.
And then I will
So we
also
don't
say,
have that.
may I also say that our current comptroller has been a city employee for at least, let's say at least this administration and the last one. So
Yep.
that is another common denominator as well. You want to know where the money going, follow the comptroller too, because it is he not over it?
Well,
He's a holdover from the last administration.
for me, Harvey should take a few lessons from some other fights, and you should get rid of everybody.
Yep,
You
ma'am.
should get rid of everybody.
Yep.
Everybody that
To
ain't doing the right thing, you should get rid of them all.
That's why this next election is so critical, and that's why I'm stepping up. I'm yelling it. I'm screaming it. I'm going to keep posting on Facebook, on Insta, wherever y'all see me at. You're going to see me posting real facts about Harvey. I'm not lying. I live here. You will see me posting the facts and putting the truth out there. From them trying to get $30 million for operational expenses. Why would you go take out grant money to pay your bills? Nobody does that.
I'm gonna put that up. So let's move on and show the people so they can
Yeah.
see what you were talking about. Because listen, I have been attacked since I started working with Dalton, child, and the amount of people that will come out and try to call you a liar is insane.
It's
So
crazy.
I come over here and post the facts so that you can see. So Miss Sharon posted this, and she said, Will Davis, if you go to this website, matter of fact, let me put this website into the chat for the people in the way back just came here to be nosy today. Okay. Paste. Now this is the website that we are on in real time. You can go to it yourself, and in where it says search, put in HB4024, and you will see. Now, Ms. Sharon had to make a correction to her post today because this bill has actually been stalled. Okay.
Correct.
So it's actually been stalled and
Correct.
referred to the rules committee. So when you go and put that bill in, there's all sorts of tabs here, and you click on them and it'll give you all sorts of information about it. It says City of Harvey. There's an exclamation mark here. It says this has been referred to the rules committee. House sponsors Representative Will Davis. We're going to talk about the encounter that Will Davis had with Ryan Sinwelski at the No Kings March, where Ryan was asking him some questions and he didn't want to answer the questions. But anyway, this is from him. Now, let's take note because election time is coming and Mr. Davis is going to be asking for your vote. If he can't answer the simple questions, why should he get your vote? That's what I'm going to say.
And a simple question I want you guys to ask him is that why would he sponsor a bill to give Harvey $30 million and Harvey hasn't submitted a budget audit since 2019? How can you give money to somebody that has not told you how you spent the last money?
This is even more simple question. How can you give money to somebody who just laid off or furloughed a whole bunch of workers? Where this $30 million is going?
Yes, ma'am.
You don't
These
have
are all
anybody
pertinent
to
questions.
You don't have anybody to pay. You just laid them off. So why you gonna call them all back?
Yes.
But
Yes.
anyway, this bill says appropriates $30 million from the General Revenue Fund to the Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity for grants to the city of Harvey to pay for operational expenses effective July 1, 2025. Now, I feel like the reason that it was referred back to the Rules Committee was because they were going to try and usurp the comptroller taking her portion.
Mm.
So that would not pay down Harvey's debt, but they should. They should.
Right.
You know,
Right.
they should take their portion. That's her job. That's what she's supposed to do. He finally admitted that at the meeting that he had, telling the public that he wanted to declare Harvey a distressed city.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, it's just a lot that is going on with this. So on 3/17/2025 is when Representative Will Davis submitted this. Okay. He submitted this. And then 3/19, the House, it was the first reading in the House, Illinois House. Okay. And then 3/19, it got referred to the Rules Committee. Now, things that you can do. This is what I want to tell you. When you see these bills here, you see this tab that says witness slips.
Yes. I see it
You
now.
can go here. And if it was active, let's say that this was they were going to meet again. If they were going to meet again about this, there's a little button that would be here, a tab that would be here that would say testify. And you click it. And you can put in your information to either appear during Zoom, on a Zoom during the time of this meeting, and they will hear you, or you can write something and they will read it into record. They will say, you see this button that says opponents? If you oppose it, you'll be under the opponents, and they'll say opposing this bill, Sharon so-and-so. And this is what she says. And then someone will read it.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
And this is all good information to be putting out there as well, because I myself did not know this. So I will most definitely be using that button for anything that I might need it for. And I'm definitely keeping an eye out for this, because I don't know if when they might bring it out of the committee or whatever, but I'm definitely keeping an eye out for this, because if it gets $30 million, then we should be $130 million in the debt. I don't want to pay for the operations no more. Let's pay down the debt. Let's not take my 30 million and give it to him for operational expenses, because in my eyes that then makes me $190 million in the whole 160 plus 30. Okay.
Right. So this is the Rules Committee. So it got referred to the Rules Committee. So you click the hyperlink that says Rules Committee, and it gives you everybody that's on the Rules Committee. There's 3 Democrats and 2 Republicans. Okay. And so these are the people that are on the Rules Committee right here. Then you click on hearings. There's no scheduled hearing. So this is where you would try to go and look, because you can even speak during the Rules Committee. When they come up with this, when that bill, so you looking for the bill number 4024. These are all of the things that they need to hear. So they haven't even put it on the docket yet.
Good. Hopefully we can get them recalled by then. Like, something definitely needs to happen, and I'm feeling like there's more of a shift right now. But I'm just concerned that it's always outside entities, talking about fooling.
Right. So that's where you keep. That's where you're going to keep a track of, when the Rules Committee is going to hear it. And they spending so much on operational because they got these leased vehicles and this private security for the mayor. You know what?
Yes, ma'am.
Never mind, because
I'm glad y'all know.
People be saying anything. People be saying anything when they want to defend someone, and that's fine because you can defend who you want
It's
to
true.
defend.
It's true.
Um,
But
but
I
I feel like
also will never let that sway me from what's the truth and what I can see with my own eyes. I've lived in Harvey for the past 7 years. I bought a home here. This home has been in my family's um 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 in my family name since 67. So I was born here. I was raised here. I live here. I own a house here. I pay taxes here. It is chaotic and out of control in the city of Harvey, and it starts at the very top. We are this way because of him. He is chaotic and out of control and ego driven and just in general doesn't appear to be a nice person. And I have nothing against him. I just have a issue with him as his boss. I have a issue with what he's given me, and he has a vote of no confidence. I have no confidence for this man to take me to the next level. It's
now
time.
you did try to go see the mayor, right?
Yes,
What happened when you went to try to go and see the mayor?
well, I've been down there twice. Both times it didn't end so well. But the second time when I went down to visit him, maybe like six to 9 months after the original one, asking him to fix my sidewalks and come and clean the thing. I sat before him. The meeting didn't last very long because within a few minutes, he turned around and stopped me and told me to call him mayor. I again said, sir, in the most respectful way that I could, sir. Talking about what do you mean? And he told me, you will call me mayor when I would not call the man mayor. He stopped the meeting and called the police in to kick me out. Let me add that he called the police in after little old me.
Because you would not say
Because I
mayor.
would not say mayor versus sir. And sir was the most amount of respect that he was getting from me, seeing as how the condition my city sits in. So sir is very nice because there were other words that I could have chose to call him. But I chose sir and it wasn't enough for him. But but the truth of the matter is that he didn't want to sit down to listen to me anyway. So he found that excuse to kick me out. I'm talking about I'm I'm not stupid. You can't piss on me and tell me it's raining. That's one of my favorite saying, y'all. You can't piss on me and tell me it's raining.
My
Sorry.
thing, my thing is, these are a lot of things that he is doing are the things that we got when Kellogg was in office. No
Yes.
transparency. You
No,
can't give me
right.
voice. You
Right.
can't know about the finances. That stuff is not on the website.
Nope.
When you for it, it's too burdensome for them to even just get the report. Hey, can you
Yes.
press that button over there to
Right.
print out this report or email
Right.
me that report so I
Right.
can fill this for it?
Right.
No, that's too burdensome, child.
Or
Please.
or they could summarize it for me. They can take it all down and just give me the gist of it. But we have so many questions and because no question ever gets answered truthfully. Truthfully, the only thing Chris Clark keeps parroting is Harvey is $160 million in the hole, and that's a Kellogg thing. Those are his favorite words. It's
Well, he was alderman. See, this is the thing I don't understand about that. Sir, you were an alderman during this time. So
yes,
throwing his name out is not helping you because you was present
yes,
during this time as
yes.
well. I think
Vote yes.
the biggest change in Mr. Clark since he went from alderman to mayor is the transparency portion. If you go back in those Harvey groups and you see his responses in there, in one of the responses, he even lists his personal phone number and is telling people, you could just call my phone. Call my phone and ask me, and I'll tell you. Or if I got the paper, I'll send it to you.
Yes,
And people were saying, okay. And then somebody came back and said, he just sent it to me. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
that's the biggest difference for me. What happened when you got in that seat?
Power
What
is a
happened?
very intoxicating drug.
I
Power
don't know if
is
it's if
intoxicating.
it's if it's that or if it was all of the money allegedly that you saw was going under the table. And now,
I'll not point fingers. I could just tell you what I see, and I'm telling you right now, my sidewalks have not been changed in 60 years. I don't.
yeah, all of the communities around you are receiving these Cook County infrastructure grants. Robbins, Riverdale, Dalton, Markham. I mean, all of these places are receiving Cook County grants for infrastructure, and you're telling me that Harvey couldn't get none?
Well,
President Prewinkle didn't offer Harvey not one piece of the pie, or you didn't ask?
she gave him $3.4 million for they gave up $3.4 million for the repaving of the 154th, right?
Mm-hmm.
There was 3.4 million dollars given for the 6 community centers. You know, talking about those were supposed to enrich us too. And we got the 2 tiny homes. Y'all got to come out and see the tiny homes that sit in the middle of the ghetto, in the middle of this distress. There's a tiny home sitting there with no purpose. So it's not that he was. That's why he was willing to go down to the MWRD and get that money, because that would have been $10 million that he would have got a chance to piddle over. Y'all, he's good at going out and getting his grant money, but none of it trickles down to me. Nothing comes back down to these streets. It is gobbled up in operations.
Man, I went over to D Love's. I went and picked her up to go over to the ice facility in Broadview on Sunday, and man, I was dodging potholes like I was in a third world country. I was like,
Right.
did one of those.
That's what it is. If you give him any amount of money, he is going to pay up bills, because that's what Shirley Durinsky said at the last meeting. Well, the bills have got to get paid. Yeah, Shirley, the bills got to get paid, but you got to stop spending more than you take in.
Right. I mean,
That's the key to it.
you have to pay the bills, yes. But did you need to buy that TV that was a touchscreen TV? Did you need that system that y'all use to vote on? Did you need all these
If
fancy
they need that
cameras?
hub center, do that little hub center, that police substation thing. If you look back on the bills, there is money be already spent for technologies up in there. Thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars were put up into that little thing on 154th that serves no purpose again.
Well, I
Every
heard that y'all have a music studio somewhere in Harvey too.
every
I
project
know that the mayor loves music.
never gets finished. Yeah, we also just had a $30,000 gospel concert. So yeah, the money goes towards what he wants it to go to.
Now, another confusing thing for me is he says that there was monies donated, right?
Mm-hmm.
To Harvey for these events. I know the July event was a big point of contention for Alderwoman Colby Chapman, because they wanted to know where the money came from
Mm-hmm.
and how was it spent. And you couldn't even get that. All you could get, well, just know that people are donating and helping. Well, can we
Correct.
can we see
Correct. But
this?
how would we know if he never gives you a receipt? He
Right.
never
You don't get
submits
any
receipts.
names. You don't get any.
Right.
I
Where's
mean,
the invoices at? Where is all this paper trail, this data that he's supposed to be collecting and submitting to me, the boss? Where is my paper
wonder.
trail?
Yeah, Winky Wonder. We can go on I could take you guys on a ride along to these tiny homes. I'd like to see them myself.
Yes,
Um,
there's one on 154th and 154th and Roby, right there by the old senior citizen building. And then please do point, and then when you see the tiny home, go east, go west of it and look at how that 154th is all torn down. Look at this tiny home sitting in the middle of a third world country, basically. And then there's also another one located on like 152nd and Page. No. I take that back. It's on Marshfield. But they're put in the most. It was supposed to be 6 of them. They're down to 2. They're put in the worst possible places and serve absolutely no purpose. And I know for sure that man got like $3.4 million.
but you couldn't get your sidewalk fixed. I
Right.
mean, if I was the mayor and I, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying what I would do. If I got $4 million and I wanted somebody to be quiet, I would just take some money out of there and fix the sidewalk
Yeah,
and
but
say, okay, I'm not gonna see her no more.
but they have gotten away with it so long, and for so long nobody says nothing, so they're getting quite comfortable. Like even Mr. Tyrone Rogers to be yelling at me like that. He's gotten quite comfortable with yelling at and treating residents that way because the mayor allows it. The mayor does it. The mayor allows them to do it, and then he reprimands you when you do it.
Yeah, because he's very condescending. I notice in his mayor reports. You know,
That's
he'll say
that's
he'll
why I never
he'll
said
read that whole statement about you can't respond to anybody's public comment, but here he go responding in his mayor's report.
right,
Oh, really? That's what you
right,
wrote in your mayor's report before
right.
you got here? This is what you wrote? Because how would you know what I was gonna say?
Or
You
why
know,
are
so
you
for
here?
me, it's just like a whole bunch of pettiness going back and forth. It's who can be the most petty.
Yes, and
Instead
then
of saying okay, the one thing in the regular meeting that made me mad was when Alderman Tracy asked if there could be a spot put on for the alder people to be able to speak,
and
right?
then you got nasty. Yeah, I know what you're
Right.
talking
And I'm like, why would you get nasty about this man asking, can they have something to say? You just declared the city distressed. They want to speak to
right,
their wards, you
right.
know, or whatever. No, they don't let you speak because you know what Kobe gonna do. She gonna run down them facts, buddy.
Yes, she
She
is.
gonna run down them
They
numbers.
don't like facts.
She gonna run down
I
their
would I
operations.
would say the reason how this all got started for me was because of Kobe. I happened to be on Facebook and she asked a brilliant question. She asked a good question. She asked that man, why did we spend $30,000 for fireworks? I thought that was an excellent question. And the way he treated her, it was disrespectful to me. I immediately got up and went down to the next meeting. And ever since then, I've been being disrespected or mistreated at those meetings as well. Every single time I go there, a black man disrespects me in some way, shape, or form.
But then they sitting out here saying that the black women don't protect them.
Right,
Babe,
right.
I ain't protecting nobody that don't protect me. Go sit down because I'm not protecting nobody
Yes,
that don't protect
yes.
me.
Every time I've went down there, I've been thrown out. The very first time I went there, I was thrown out 2 times. I had never been there before. I didn't say a word. I wasn't a part of what happened. He threw me out. And I was like, oh wow, it's my first impression of him. It's about the first time I met him, I knew we are in trouble, y'all.
For
Y'all
me,
got to come down and meet this man face to face. We are in trouble.
for me, these career politicians, they have
Yeah.
like 18,000 faces.
Right.
Because if you are with somebody of notoriety, they have one face. Oh no, come on in. What?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, like what? Who is this?
Right.
Who are you? For me, there are so many similarities between Harvey and Dalton. We could start with the Alder people, the four that keep voting yes. And if I hear Dominique Randall L start saying again, please, I wish they stop mentioning God first. Okay.
Amen, sister. Amen.
Because
Don't
don't
start
be
this meeting off
don't be
with a prayer and then screw me over.
yeah, don't be putting
I
God
hate.
in your mess. Okay. Because
Amen.
first of all, he ain't told
Start
you
off
to
with
do
a prayer
any
and
of
screw
that.
me over.
He definitely ain't told Leave It to Beaver to be raising his voice at
Right.
nobody. Because if that was his wife, he would be upset that somebody
Upset
raised
if
their
somebody
voice
had spoken to
at
her
his
like
wife.
that. Like Foodie, I am somebody's mother. I am somebody's grandmother. Somebody
And
loves
you
me.
didn't get out of character with him. And I commend
Yeah.
him for that because child, oof, Lord, have mercy.
Somebody loves me,
Oof,
y'all. So don't
yeah,
speak to me in that way because I wouldn't speak to him in that manner. You know what I'm
right.
talking
And
about?
for me, this is what I feel like. I feel like we need to get shirts with how these wards, well, whatever ward you live in,
Never.
you need to get a shirt with a picture of your ward. So I will go right to that mobile home park.
Mhm.
Okay.
Right.
because that's crazy.
Picture that, huh?
I mean, it's a whole bunch of potholes. Somebody else could get with all the streets they got potholes on it. I mean, it is immense. And there is trash everywhere.
And
There
all
he
they
needs to
do
be
is spend
coordinating
millions and millions of dollars on overhead. It's like,
frivolous stuff. Frivolous
yeah,
stuff. He needs
frivolous
to be
stuff.
coordinating a cleanup in his own ward. That's
Right.
what he needs to be doing. Talani keeps talking about these businesses that's not paying their taxes, and then the businesses is leaving. Ma'am, you a whole alder person. You can get the list without having to FOI. You should get the list and go in your ward and ask them.
Hey, that
I
might
mean,
will work.
that's what we paying you for. I mean, I be confused by her comments every time. What are we as the citizens supposed to do when you, as the older person, have the power to go in there and ask them?
Right,
Because that's what
right.
we elected you to
But
do.
but
Why you don't have a business forum and ask everybody in your ward, every business in your ward, ask them to come, invite them to a meeting. See, these are things that be crazy to me that they be saying.
hey,
Like you making excuses and you're not doing any work. You're
right.
asking me to pay you part-time for a part-time job that you're not even showing up to. The only thing you coming to is this
Is
meet.
vote. Is that meeting to vote? You got it
And
100%.
tell this man, yes, mayor, we're gonna spend another $1.4 million and not tell
Another
the people
two,
where it went.
right? Another 2.5, ma'am. Call it right. $2.5 million. The last bills were just, and they only had, and they only went out and borrowed 1.4 million. 1.4 minus 2.5 is negative, and I went to this school right up the street from me. Okay. In Harvey, they taught me that 1.2 minus 2.5 is negative.
Child, no apologies, just me. That's even worse. That they printed the list and she's still up there yapping about it instead of having a business forum in her ward with her businesses to find out how
I'm
can
just sick
she
of them.
assist them.
And
I
then
mean, this is her literally her
the way
job.
they treat Kobe for asking just a simple question, a good question, is ridiculous. And I'm wondering why come they never ask questions? Where
Thank you.
are your questions at, Shirley and Randall L and Tyrone and Talani? Where are your questions
How
at?
can you get a whole packet that look like this and don't have not one question?
Right.
That's
And
crazy.
and then even at that finance minute, I made the note that Tyrone, they were going through this stuff like they had just saw it. I know that they just got it on Friday. I know how government works on the inside. I know that they are only going to release even the alderpersons alderman packet on Friday. Because for one thing, Kobe stated she got hers after 4. If you heard, Kobe said
Right.
she got hers after 4 and couldn't ask questions. So all of them just got that packet on Friday. Those packets be 3, 4, 500 pages long. Who do you think going through all them bills? Not Tyrone. Who do you think going through all them contracts? Not Talani. Nobody's going through this. They just coming down here, rubber stamping it, and going home. It's not
Not asking,
acceptable.
not asking
Not
anything
one
because
question.
if you
Not one
had,
question.
if they paid attention to Dalton, those people over there, they was taking stuff off. They was like, well, we need further explanation about this. So I want to take
Right,
off. I want to take
right.
off line
You
200,
can't even take
200
nothing off
times.
because the 4 always agree with him. The 4 always agree with him. Like
Yeah, and
like
that's the issue.
even for Shirley and then Talani to call what they call it, the point of question and stop the debate. Do you know that when they said I think it's called a point of question where it stops the debate and made them vote. 2 times they did that. Like this is child's
They
play.
tried to jump in front of her and do it. Call the question. As soon
Yeah,
as
and
call the question.
yes, as soon as call a question is said out loud, it stops debate and we vote on it. And they got the 4 votes. You know what I'm talking about? When the meetings get too long or they tired of Kobe asking questions, then they start acting like that amongst themselves. Look at how Shirley rolls her eyes. Oh, it's just too much for her to sit there to listen to Kobe's intelligent. Look at her. Look at the smugness of yeah, all of them. I'm paying attention. Like I'm watching faces. I'm watching Shirley. Oh, when Kobe's asking brilliant questions or a question, even if it ain't brilliant, it's a question. She's mad.
Right. Somebody asked the question, how much do these older people make? It says
$42,000 a year, ma'am.
it says as of late 2024 and through April 30th, 2025, the annual salary for a Harvey, Illinois alderman is $45,523. That's probably with incentives. This this amount is set to increase to $46,434 from May 1, 2025 through April 30th of 2026.
Well, but also listed at that at the pay dot scale and per an alderman, the Harvey aldermans make $42,000 per year, and they're supposed to get a $25,000 ward, let's say like a ward grant every year, that yeah, where they supposed to do stuff for the ward. So it's
Right.
$42,000 plus 20,000 or $25,000 per year, and Kobe and Tracy have not been getting theirs for months.
I'm sure the other four have because they've been putting their votes in.
Right. Even though the money is supposedly allocated out of our basic funds, talking about Kobe and Tracy haven't been getting their monies. And guess what? I live in the 4th ward where my mayor doesn't like my alder person, so I get nothing.
Right.
And it's not fair for me.
Right. And the other people ain't said, oh, I ain't getting mine either. I didn't hear nobody say that.
Right. Pay attention.
I didn't hear any of them saying that.
It's only Kobe and Tracy. Kobe been saying it for months now. They have not been giving me my reimbursement. Shirley Durinsky gets reimbursed because it's on the bills. Shirley's name is listed on the bills, so Shirley gets reimbursed. I'm talking about why she said. Yeah, why she's acting like.
You need to start coming out to your meetings and making public comment. Public comment is where you get on record the truth. It's written in record the truth. That's what that is for. Well, you say SP, why they want us to call them? They want you to call them so it don't get put on record. They have all these secret conversations.
Right.
Telling you all these things that they think they say they're gonna do and never do.
Or the mayor takes you back to the office, talking about to have you place your grievances, and then it's stuck back there in the office, because that was where I started at. But before I did any of this, I went back there to the office to state my grievance, and nothing got done. So that's why I'm sitting here yelling now, because I tried to do it the right way, and still nothing happened. I've tried to ask questions, and questions don't get answered. I've tried to just understand where millions and millions and millions of dollars are going to, because even if they only take in 50% of the revenue, they're taking in some millions of dollars.
Now, here's my questions, going forward for Harvey. If you declare yourself a distressed city and people begin to exit Harvey, now you have more abandoned homes, right? Right. And no revenue, business or real estate coming in. What are you going to do now? Because people are abandoning their homes. Why? Because technically, if I'm not behind, I can get another mortgage if my finances say I can. So I'll go get this other house and let this other one go into foreclosure. Too late, I'm already in this other house or whatever.
Correct. But I would hope that they would do.
You know what I'm saying? You don't want to do that.
But we are getting tired.
People are getting tired and they're just leaving.
I almost considered leaving too. Last month, somebody broke in my car. Like, you're cutting down patrols for me, but he has 24/7. Somebody broke into my car. There was nothing in my car. The replacement window was $450.
Oh my God.
Just a cost to me. And the only thing Harvey can give me is a pink police report. They can't help me.
And they
Nobody
didn't go
should
try
have
to find the person. They didn't do
Yes.
none of that.
Yeah, so it's just like, but you think I care about operations? I don't care about operations. I don't. I don't.
There's a lot of wasted things in operations, right?
Yes.
You have two clerks. You have the regular clerk and the deputy clerk, right?
Right.
Why did the mayor need an assistant? He could
Right.
just tell one of the clerks to do whatever he need done.
Right.
Get rid of that salary, right?
Right.
I mean,
The
I'm just
$120,000 salary. Plus, there's another one too, because he has two assistants, right? There's another one too, one that makes about $89,000. So we pay his assistants to the tune of almost $200,000 a year.
yeah,
And
no.
and from what I've heard, and I'm just gonna call it, I've heard that they drive some of them leased vehicles home too.
That's what I heard. And if
Up
you
out
wanted
of
to
Harvey
pay,
though.
and if you wanted to get rid of something else, that you could get rid of the comptroller. He's not elected; he's hired.
For
And the
$200,000.
right, and the treasurer could take. They go $400,000. Look at
Right there. Look at that.
found. Look at
Maybe
God.
I can get somebody to come and fix a street, or there are things that can be done, but this man is just, and I've been saying it lately, so I'm gonna say it loud. Either this man is willfully corrupt or just blatantly incompetent. One of the two. Now, either you're doing this on purpose or you don't know what the hell you doing. Either way, he got to go.
If I know Kellogg, I know that there was some things that came with that seat that he didn't want to give up. He fought tooth and nail, baby.
Right.
He fought tooth and nail to stay in that seat. So I know.
And then they only got him out. They only got him out on a technicality.
Right. So
a technicality that they then went back and reversed. So there is no more term limits. Do y'all know that? They put the term limits in to get Kellogg out. Got Kellogg out, came right in and erased term limits. So he think I'm gonna deal with him for 16 years? Hell to the no. He's got to go.
Yes, and so
2027, no ma'am.
Yeah, these meetings are getting more and more disrespectful. You had at the last meeting, you had all of the public works people that have been furloughed, and I want to tell you guys something about being furloughed. Guess what? When you're furloughed, you do not get unemployment because technically you're not fired. You're furloughed.
So once they become unfurloughed, we have to pay them back. Is that true?
Well, no, because they're not actually working, right? So they're not accumulating any hours, right? This would be the part where their union will kick in, and they would probably get, because they pay their union, right? They probably would get like $200, which is nothing. That's barely groceries, right?
Right. And
that's barely groceries.
Agreed.
But the thing is, what is their contract with the city? Do they have a contract where they can only be furloughed for so long and then they got to come back? These are the things that might hurt the city, because then what they're going to do? Litigate. These are the things that are going to hurt the city. It's the litigation
with this gentleman too. That's all he do is gets us in trouble. I don't know how he's a lawyer and loses so many cases. Look how many cases he's lost to Kobe. He's not a good lawyer. I want to fire the man.
And listen, at this point, he don't even have to win any because he's still going to get paid.
Hey, so why bother?
So listen,
Amen.
I'm here and get paid. This man had me come to these 2-hour-long meetings. I don't never say no, you can't do that. I don't never say, well, that's out of order. I don't never say, well, actually, you can't do that over top of her. You got to actually let conversation happen. He's never. He's supposed to be the parliamentarian in this situation. It is not the chair that is supposed to be the parliamentarian, even though he's a lawyer. No, it's supposed to be the lawyer telling him, hey, y'all gotta at least let the court let him read the whole thing out, and then y'all got this little system here. If she put her button in, you can't call question. You
like
you can't do that.
I was so irritated by that video because I knew what it meant, and I was like, "How dirty of them to always say we you to ask a question. You can ask us anything, and then to end debate like that." Like I was just like, I'm sick of them telling me that the sky's orange. I'm sick of them. The house is on fire, and they are pouring gasoline.
Hello, Johnny Hooker. How are you? For some reason, I've never seen you before. Kinda. Maybe you can be here under a different name. I'd be suspicious of people right at this point. But hello to you, Johnny Hooker. Y'all be funny out here. But anyway, I ain't got nothing but the truth for you over here. So y'all
Amen.
can come
And
under
that's
whatever name
all I
you
got
want.
too.
Yeah.
That's all I can ever tell you is Harvey, for what I see through my eyes as a resident that lives in Harvey and pays Harvey taxes, and see that my tax dollars go towards nothing.
Now let
Absolutely
me
nothing.
ask you this. Let me ask you this because I want to play the other side, right?
Mhm.
Now, what if all of a sudden FOIs became easy and you can get a comptroller report and the treasurer start giving their report? These are the things that's gonna happen when the state take over. I just want to let you know.
Correct. Yes, ma'am.
So I hope they got everything in order for when the state take over.
Right.
This what
Yes.
you asked
I'm
me.
all
I,
for it.
I feel like this is not. I feel like this is some sort of smoke and mirrors because you hear them keep saying, well, they're not just going to take right over. We're just passing saying that we would like to be, but there's a process. I don't even think that they're even going to go through the process. I think that they're doing this to stall for time because why? Because this bill was stalled. This $30 million bill was stalled.
Pay attention, or even the 10 million from any amount of millions of dollars he wants to get his hands on them and piss them off. Any amount
But
of million,
or
10, 30.
there is plenty of room for him to be able to turn this around. I don't say vote him back in, but there's plenty of room for him to start doing the right thing. This is what I feel like, right? Because he still has 2 more years on this last term, right?
Agreed.
And so he have time to turn it around. You won't get my vote still, but
I don't
you
trust
should
him.
do the right thing by Harvey, right? When it comes down
I
to the
don't trust
end,
him. I've seen him in action. I don't trust him. I just don't. From the very first moment, I don't trust him to turn this around. I feel like we should fire him. The people in the city of Harvey should find a way to fire him. Do you want to know how you fire your mayor? You recall them. All of them are subject to a recall. Nobody is above it. So that's where I'm at now after going down there and being yelled at by this man that I'm misinformed.
so
Like that's
how many signatures? We need to find out how many signatures. And Amanda, what the state will do is they will appoint a trustee. They call it a
correct.
trustee over Harvey. If they come in, and all of those things will be done. All
Yes,
of those things will
yes.
will be done immediately.
And I am
Um,
all for that. I am all for that.
Amanda, that's hilarious.
And I believe that Clark should have done that in 2019. If
When
he
he
was
got in the
serious,
seat, this is what I said.
if he was serious really about helping us and doing the right thing by us in 2019, he would have opened up the books and let us see what's going on, and then came up with a plan from there. But that was not what he wanted. He wanted control.
Yeah, Mr.
And
Urban said the same thing. Let me also say this. Um, Mayor Clark got a whole bunch of advice when he took that seat. One of the specific things that he got was he was told to open up a housing authority, a Harvey housing authority.
mhm,
This would have built affordable housing for the people in Harvey.
mhm,
It would have been maintained by the city,
mhm,
right? Rent
mhm.
would have been made to the city.
Oh
Right.
wow.
So you got rent coming in from renters. How many
Mhm.
other buildings you choose to build that been like three? I would have built like 3 or 4 in Harvey, right? Because you
Right,
could
right.
have torn
We
down
got space.
mobile home place and built
We
one
got
over
space.
there. You could have torn down some of these other homes and built one over there, right? And so then that would have been revenue coming directly to the city from renters. But at the same time, as a housing authority, it would have been a bondable entity that would have been
Mhm.
able to borrow money to be able to slowly get Harvey out of this debt. You see what I'm saying?
But no.
Right? Because you borrow the money under the housing authority, the comptroller can't touch it. It's a housing authority. It's separate from the city of Harvey. And then what you do is you borrow money from the authority and pay your debt down.
Right. But no.
Pay your
But
debt.
no, he wanted to do things on his own, and look what we got. That one high rise in the middle of downtown Harvey. He brought, I'm not sure how many residents it could hold, but he brought them to a place that has no resources to support them. Harvey has no resources to. We have no stores. We don't have nothing. Like I can name 1,000 things we don't got.
Now he did bring them to a clean block because the Muslims keep that block clean.
Yeah, but look at downtown. Do you know what used to be down there? I'm from here. Do you know how downtown Harvey used to look?
No, I need to find pictures of that.
Yes, ma'am. There was shops and and buildings and everything. We used to go down and go in. There was like a mini mall up in there. Harvey was the shit back in the days. I'm from here, y'all. I'm from here.
Do you feel like it could ever get back to that? And how long do you feel like it would take to get back to that?
I have often asked myself that, and I'm going to state here right now. I don't want to go back to the old ways, because even in the old days, they were screwing us over and spending our money. Kellogg spent 16 years in office, and that's when Harvey was halfway decent. I want a new Harvey. I want something better for my granddaughter, because I don't want to give her what I've already had. So no, I don't want to go back to Harvey, and it's going to take some effort. It may take the next 20 years. Harvey has like 5,200 abandoned structures.
Nobody, even though that man is down there, I forgot what his name is, he don't know who owned none of them.
Right. Right. So Harvey has 52,000. You know, I'm talking about. So there's a.
I'm so confused as to what do these people do all day?
Right.
Because this man is in a
collect
department.
A paycheck.
Right. This man is in a department that is supposed to know these things. Right. You're supposed to be creating some sort of program to get these properties sold, yet you still don't know who owns them.
Right.
I'd be so
6
confused.
years later, though.
Right.
And but let me say this, but in the bills there was a very big bill for a guy that a collections guy. See, that was over there in the bill, the payment for the collections guy to go after people that are behind on everything. But you steady saying we don't collect nothing. So if we don't collect nothing, what the hell are we paying him for? Why? Right. And why are we paying him so much? He makes it pretty. Like, I'm still trying to get my hands on the exact bills, so that when I'm saying this stuff, that I know it's true, because I saw a glance of it, but I want to get it in my head and get the right information so I could tell you. But that man made quite a bit of money off of us to collect money he ain't collecting. Honestly, let me go grab a cup of water.
Okay, no problem.
Because I'm passionate about Harvey. Harvey matters to me, man.
Yeah, it should, because that's where you live.
Yeah, that's where I live. This we my family been here since the 60s, and there will be a McGee in this house forever. I'm never letting it go. So Harvey has to do right by me.
I mean, as they should, because we need to start thinking about generational wealth. We need to start thinking about breaking these generational curses of never owning anything, always renting something. Right? We need to start thinking a better way. A better way. Recently I just upped my life insurance for my children, and I turned one of my policies from a term policy to a whole policy. Why? Because you can borrow from a whole policy if you need it. So it will start accruing money. And this is what our counterparts do. This is how they send their kids to school debt free. They open up these policies when those kids are babies. By the time they turn, some of the policies you have to hold for a year, and then you can turn them into whole life policies. And so once you do that, They turn into whole policies. They are turning 1 years old. You think by the time they turn 18, how much money has amassed in that whole life insurance policy?
Right.
The only thing they do is go get their money and send their child to any school they want to.
Yeah,
That's what they do,
but
debt free.
yeah, but information like
We
that,
need to
they
start
won't tell
doing
us. They
things
just
like
want
that.
us to keep on spinning out yes, and on the bills and be quiet. They want us to be quiet so bad. I will not be quiet. I will not. I will not be quiet.
Right. So we need to start doing things just like that. That's what we need to start thinking of plans. We actually should be getting this information from our what? Our
Elected
villages,
officials.
our municipalities,
Yeah.
from our mayors. We should be having these money, wealth, budget conversations in our municipalities. It should be something that is offered. If your municipality has a treasurer, you have the ability to be putting on these forums for
Mhm.
the residents
Yeah.
because they have all of this knowledge to be able to tell you that woman can't even speak. I would get rid of her because she refuses to speak. Because the way I would interrupt and be like, I'm elected too. I would like to make a motion that I be able to get on the agenda. What is the problem? If she not going to speak from her seat, I'll put my name on that public comment list. Every time it
He
come
won't
out,
let
put
them.
my name on that public comment list,
He don't
and
let
huh?
he don't let the people on the other side speak to us.
But it's not about the don't let. It's what you're not doing. Kobe gets that mic. She listen every chance she get in that mic, and she be like, point of information, point question,
That's why he
right?
don't let us.
And she gets there and she says whatever she wants to say. At some point, you gotta take it by force.
Right.
That
And
means she
stop
needs
letting
to.
him control and
There you
dictate
go.
everything.
You
Did
need
you
to say,
guys
okay,
notice how?
you're not gonna let me make a comment on this side. I'm gonna write my name on this public comment, and I'll see you on the other side. And what you gonna do about it? Ask that lawyer right there that we pay. If I sign the list and I'm a resident in Harvey and I'm about to speak. And it ain't none of your business about what I'm talking about because this is public comment. You
Right.
can't
Right.
respond. Remember, you just
But
read
the
rules.
control that he tries to exude over everything. That's why he's not a good leader because he wants to control everything. And as the leader, he has to learn to delegate. That's all he does is do it. Like nobody ever puts nothing on the agenda. If we get with our water bills a list, the Harvey action thing, and on the back of it tells you the ordinance that have passed, and there's also a section that said it was introduced by he introduces everything. Nobody else ever introduces anything. He is just all over everything. Everything is what he say. Everything. But
Well, for me, that's what she needs to do. To me, she don't have no fight, then I can get rid of you too. And I'm gonna get somebody who gonna just do what they gotta do. Listen, I'm gonna brace myself. Look, Kobe went to jail 4 times.
Right.
So it can't be too scary of a place because she went there. You see what I'm saying? I'm just saying we gotta stop taking excuses from people who we voted and put into office.
Agreed.
I understand you might be afraid, but you got to think outside of the box. He won't let you speak while you sitting in that seat right there. Say, okay, no problem. When she call my name for public comment, I'm gonna walk right down there.
Right, but to sit silently and to let it go on, and for the other 4 older people to act like this is normal, this isn't normal, people. This is not how government was envisioned, and this is not how it's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be them telling us what to them. I'm sorry. It's not supposed to be them telling us what to do, and it's not supposed to be them doing whatever they want to do. You don't get to do whatever you want to do just because you've been elected and you've got some perceived power.
Oh, no apologies, just me. That's crazy because that's nowhere in the Robert's Rules of Order that you need votes to get something on the agenda.
No.
It actually goes that you submit your items for the agenda
And
to
it's
the
supposed to
clerk,
go on. Yes,
to the
ma'am.
clerk, and it
And it's
goes,
supposed
as
to go
long
on.
as you do it in a timely manner, it's supposed to go on the agenda. There is
Yes,
no
ma'am.
way that he is supposed to be controlling the agenda. That's not his job. That's not part of his job description. As he always says when he get up there, is people out here trying to do my job. And what job is that? Because you ain't done it yet.
Right.
And
Yes,
that would need to be accountable to
No, you
the
don't need
public.
4 votes to get something on the agenda.
That's
Every
not how the
alderman
Robert's Rules of
is
Order works.
able to put something on the agenda, but the ones up top, the ones with the power, control everything. He is supposed to control what gets on there. Well, no. As the head, he is supposed to say what goes on there, but he is also
No, the only thing he decides is when he gets to the meeting, he looks at the agenda. He can move the order around. He can do that, but he cannot decide what goes on the agenda. They submit it to the clerk. The clerk is voted for as well. So that means she's not doing business correctly either, because the agenda is supposed to go to her. You send what you want on the agenda to her.
Yeah.
And then when he gets in the meeting, if he want to say, well, I want to move number such and such to such and such and so and so, then he could do that.
Right.
But he can't decide what goes on the agenda if you have something.
I'm going to 100% do some because it may be different from my board to this board right here. But,
right. I want to know what Robert Rules of Order they're using. That for me.
Right.
No. Who Robert
which version
Robert Rules of Order? Because these sound
like they Christopher Rules of Orders.
Right. There you go. So that's for me. That's what it looks like to me. That is Christopher Clark Rules of Order, because that's definitely not something that Robert set up.
Yes, agreed. That is a true statement right there. That's definitely not something that's not how it's supposed to go. That's why I say he just flying by the seat of his pants, doing whatever he wants to do, doing whatever is convenient for him.
Yeah, I mean, in these meetings, I understand that they are, some people feel like that why go when the 4 are just gonna vote everything. Like for me, the reason you go is to show up for Harvey. Say that this is my city, and no matter whether you try to control this right now, we coming. And then you make public comment to reflect that. You make public comment to reflect what you're upset about, what you don't like. Get it on record now that the media is coming. Now that the media is coming to these meetings need to be packed, and those public comment need to be filled with people saying what they don't like. You got the media's attention now because of this distressed city. Use it to your advantage. Put it on record.
Yes.
Put it on record and let the attorney general, the state's attorney, the governor, the lieutenant governor, the inspector general, let all of them see and hear from you. This is the only time that they're going to do so. Yeah. While the media is there.
Well,
because you don't support the real media, which is the YouTube folks. So
right. I'm hoping that this is going to start it right now. I'll be back there at the next meeting. I'll be at the next one too. I'm going to start to going more often. I had to my own self even become just apathetic with it all. So but I'm in this. I'm here for this. Like when you go down there and you see it, you can't ignore it. I can't ignore it. I can't ignore the dysfunction. It's so much dysfunction.
Well, there you go, Harvey. Call to action from one of your residents. Call to action. Please come to the next meeting. When is the next meeting? I didn't even.
I think it's going to be not this next Monday, correct?
I think so.
Yeah, let me check and see. It is going to be. It should be the 10th because it's the second Monday. So 10th and 20, the 10th and the 24th respectively. Hopefully,
24th is that the last? No,
that's
that's the last Monday, right?
Oh yes,
10th.
Yeah.
Okay, the
Yes.
last Monday. Okay, the 10th
And
the 24th.
I hope he don't call it talking about Thanksgiving, y'all, because Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's what I was about to think about because that's gonna be that week, right?
Yeah, you know him.
Yeah,
call it
he'll
for
try to call
anything.
a meeting on a Sunday
Right.
with his crazy self.
No, he'll cancel it. That's what I mean. I'm hoping he don't cancel it because it falls during the Thanksgiving week.
Well,
'Cause
listen, if we do our best and get out to the November 10th meeting, and
yes,
he canceled the one before Thanksgiving, we will have on record at least for the month
yes,
on the
yes,
10th.
yes. We
So
have
y'all come on now. I'm gonna be there. I'm always there at the meetings, but now you have the media's attention. The
wonderful,
best thing you could ever do is
wonderful.
come to this meeting and sign up for public comment and get your public comment
Please,
on the record,
record. Let them know
on the
we're tired
news.
of this mess. We see it. Let them know we see it and we tired of it. Pay attention. It's not even hard, y'all. It's blatant now. It's willful. It is all the time. It is in front of your eyes. You can't miss it if you just come and pay attention. Pay attention. Even if somebody posted online, watch the clip of it and just watch it. You cannot be upset by it. You cannot be. Cannot be.
Anybody else out there that's watching have any questions? Anybody want to come up and say anything? Hold on, let me get this down. Thank you for going over the meeting with me and recapping, the things that are happening and giving the residents loads of good information, true information about what is actually happening with
Here in the city.
monies.
Yes.
And then I'm going to take them on the
Money
ride alongs to see these tiny homes. We're going to go to First
To,
Ward. I hope D Love agrees to come with me as we take these tours. We'll go, on these tours.
Yeah,
Going
and
to make
look
it
at
feel
that
like
tiny
we're-
home and just look at what he said. I think that originally they were supposed to cost if we divvied up 3.4 by 6, they were supposed to be like $200 some thousand a piece, a little bit over that. Look at that place and tell me, do you think he spent $200,000 on it? Tell me that.
Wow.
That's a good question, and it's just a question. Do you think? No way.
Right. Having gospel concerts and having
Fireworks
and
and all these events, senior
picnics and stuff,
bingos, and
ice
broke.
cream socials, all of those
Yeah.
things are great. All of those things are great if you can afford them.
Yes.
But even when your household is in a financial crisis, you
buckle
forego
down.
lots of things.
Yes, you
No,
buckle down. When
it-
are they going to buckle down?
Right. And these are things that you just have to do. Why? Because the bills have to get paid.
Yes,
Sure.
man.
Okay.
The bills gotta get paid.
They do.
They just
They
gotta
do.
get paid.
They
Yeah,
absolutely do.
but
But
yeah,
this
and then for Tyrone Rogers to scream that he's got my best interest at heart, boy, that really insulted my intelligence right there too.
How? How do you have my best interest when you got
vote yes to this mess.
Lil San Juan over here in your district, in your in your ward?
Right.
No code enforcement going on over there.
How do you got my best interest at heart, so and you keep voting yes? Yeah.
And don't know what you're voting yes to because you just got the bill packet.
On Friday night, yes, ma'am.
Okay.
That I know.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
He don't even let us get in the building before he starts that freaking meeting.
Really?
Yeah, the doors don't open till 6. The meeting starts at 6. When we get in there, he already talking. How?
Right. Child.
So I be like, this is so disrespectful.
He is.
But anyway, thank
yes,
you so
ma'am.
much for coming on. I
Yes,
would
ma'am.
love to have you back.
Thank you for having me. Anytime I'm here to tell you guys the truth as I see it. As a day-to-day Harvey resident, I will let you guys know the truth. And my sidewalk still ain't fixed, y'all. Okay?
We're gonna come over there and see that sidewalk because I need to.
Yes, ma'am.
We need to start taking some real looks at Harvey
to show these people that no, this ain't what it is. So yeah, anytime I'm willing to come back to talk about. Like I said, I'm not a camera person. I'm not a politician, y'all. I'm just a concerned citizen.
And that's fine.
This microphone stuff, it ain't even me, but I can tell you what I'm passionate about, and it's Harvey. So
yeah, I love that. And it's gonna take the residents, doing this, speaking up, talking about the real issues, not trying to sugarcoat anything.
Mhm.
We're not really trying to blame him. But if it was overwhelming, if it's overwhelming for you, sir, then
Right.
we're asking you to step down.
Yes. Yes.
Because
Yes. If
if
you
you
can't do
feel
it, step down.
overwhelmed, right, right. If you are in a situation, blink twice if somebody threatening your life, because that's what you acting like. You acting like somebody threatening your life, and you would
That
rather face
money.
us than to
That's
face
that
them.
money, baby. That is that
Right. You,
money.
you see, I was trying not to go
That
there, but
money is holding them hostage. The money
I
is
was
holding them hostage. Okay.
okay. I was trying to give him an out. Blink
I'm gonna
twice
call a
if your
spade a
life
spade
being
where I'm from.
blink twice if your life being threatened. Okay.
No, it's that
It,
money.
let us know you in trouble. Okay, let us know. But for me, and yes, D Love, we're gonna get it together. Okay, I know
Yeah.
Saturday, D Love on Saturday is supposed to snow. We're supposed to get some snow flurries. You better dress accordingly. We going out here to this Broadview ice facility.
Well, I will be at work, y'all, because I work 50, 60 hours a week to pay these high-ass property taxes. So I'll be at work on Saturday working
I'm
16 hours, y'all. I'm sorry.
listen. I need to go pick up me another job.
Baby,
But you know
that's
what
all
I
I do is
did?
work.
You know what I did, and I'm gonna tell the people what I did. So I own a home.
Mhm,
After being homeless in that area,
mhm,
I was able to get on Section 8, whatever, whatever. It was only a 2-year program. Afterwards,
mhm,
I had to pay my own rent. And I
mhm.
said, I'm not playing this slumlord. I'm finna buy me a home. And that's what I did. And
Amen.
so when things started getting rough for me around COVID, my mother was sick and she got a kidney transplant. So she couldn't work, whatever. And so I went to my mortgage company. One mortgage company, you know how these mortgage companies be selling the mortgages, right?
Mhm,
When they do that, you get a 30-day grace period where you don't have to pay your mortgage.
mhm,
So during that period, I went to the new mortgage company and told them I was in a hardship, and and I wanted my because of the taxes had went up, our
mhm.
taxes went up. So I went to them and I said, I'm in a hardship because of these taxes. And I need my mortgage to go back to what it was when I originally signed the first year.
Mhm.
And they sent me paperwork. I filled out this paperwork. They went through it, everything, and they granted it
Oh, really?
because of the taxes
Congratulations.
out here. So you need to contact your mortgage companies as
Yeah.
well. Contact your mortgage companies. They have the hardship resolution departments, these modification
Good
departments.
information.
Find
Thank you.
out what modifications are available to you and your specific situation.
Mhm.
Believe me, they would rather have somebody in there paying a mortgage than to have it sit empty and not generating them any money.
I didn't even know about that. Thank you so much for that information. I'm going to look into that. I just recently the other day appealed my property taxes. People, the Cook County property tax window is open for appeals right now up until November 14th. Appeal. Like if you want to give them all their money, appeal. I'm waiting to see if mans will go down because the amount of money that I pay to live here is ridiculous, and I don't get nothing for it. And
Right. And appeal and
yes,
make sure you're getting all of your exemptions. If
yes,
you're over 65, make sure you got that senior freeze. If you
yes.
have a
Check it
disability,
out. Look into it. Now is the
right,
time. It's right
make
now.
sure you got that
Nobody's saying
disability.
nothing about it though, Soup. Nobody is screaming in Harvey about this right here. That's why I posted it. Like I didn't even know. I happened to be talking to another lady from Calumet Park. They talking about it in Calumet Park and holding forums for the seniors to come in to make sure they exemptions are in place. You know what I'm talking about? Nobody told me that the exemption window was open. Like the information I
Yeah, and
need.
Thornton Township, the assessor is Cassandra Elston. They're also helping with your appeals and making sure you have all your
It's out
exemptions.
there.
So, and check, I'm telling you. So I did the modification, right? They took me back to my mortgage that I was paying at the very beginning of
Mhm,
my loan.
mhm.
And they did it for the next 3 years.
That's good. Yeah.
Right. So you never know.
Never
Check
know.
your
Yeah.
mortgage companies. Don't just sit there and let your home go into foreclosure. Don't just sit there and say, I can't afford this and I'm going to sell my home. If that's not what you want to do, fight. Fight for your home.
Yes.
These
Yes.
banks do not want these homes because if they sit empty, especially in Illinois, they may not ever get a buyer because the taxes out here is crazy and they know
Right.
that.
Right. They know that. You're right
Right
about that.
now, right now, they are accepting all types of modifications in the state of Illinois.
Thank
If
you.
you are behind on your mortgage and you hear me, you hear the sound of my voice, call your mortgage company and tell them you're in a hardship. You can't afford for your mortgage to go up $800 and now you're paying $2,400 on a $600 mortgage.
Right. Yes.
So call
That's
your
what happened to me.
mortgage company.
That's
Fight for your
what
home.
happened to me. Yes. Fight. Yeah. Yeah.
Fight for your home.
We have to start fighting back. We have to start saying enough is enough.
Right.
All Cook County taking all this money from us. Illinois as well, taking all of our money in the form of taxes to pay for pensions and paychecks. Pensions
Yes.
and paychecks.
Yes. And so, Harvey, I hope you're listening. I hope you come out to these meetings. I'm going to be there. Every chance that I can be there, every
I will
meeting
see
that
you
I'm
there.
going to be there. Yes. And listen, fight,
Yes.
fight, fight, fight. Our ancestors paid too much for our right to vote, for our right to be free, for us to
Yes.
be here acting like we got two options to get down or lay down. That
Right.
is none of those are the options.
None in one.
None of them. We have a choice. We belong here. We have a place,
Yes.
right? Let's fight. Let's fight. Let's do what we got to do to stay in the fight. We need to vote.
Vote,
We
vote, vote,
need
vote,
to
vote.
vote. Everyone in your home that is of voting age should be registered and you should make sure that they are voting.
And know your polling place. Know the plan. Know where you're going. And most importantly, do some research. A lot of people on the ballots have a lot of back history that you should know about. And if it doesn't jive with you, you shouldn't be voting with that person simply because because they got a nice campaign slogan or because they give you a turkey either.
Or
Uh,
because your neighbor
yes.
told you to, or
Yes,
somebody
my
else
vote
told you
is
to.
worth more than a turkey, Thornton Township.
Right.
I don't want your turkeys. I want good quality candidates that are going to work on my best interest. I don't want a turkey. I don't need a turkey.
I want to
See,
know what you're
yeah,
going to do when you get in
yeah,
that seat. That's what I want to know. So
that's why
we'll
they
try to
don't
keep
like
you
me.
informed over here. I have loads of information that I'm going to be putting together over here on this platform. And thank you for supporting this platform. Um, However you do that by your view, which is mostly how it's done. This platform does not beg for money. This platform does not make an enormous amount of money. And all of these things that I do research for and stuff take time. They take time to do. But I'm not over here begging for anything. I refuse. If
I like
you're giving to these other platforms that are not giving you any information, that are not bringing you any true facts, then you should give to the ones that are. And I'm just not going to beg for that. But do what you will, because when these platforms are no longer and the people that run these platforms, like myself, get frustrated, tired, and fed up, and we shut down, then it'll be shut down. That's all I can tell you.
Well,
But
thank you so much for
no
giving
problem.
me an opportunity to speak to the people. Come out to the meetings, people. Come out and get informed, so that you can make an informed decision at the ballot box. That's all I ask.
Correct. Thank you so much for tuning in, y'all.
Yes,
We'll see you on the next one. I'll see you guys on Friday where we are going to talk about Dalton. That should be a good show. If you're
Lord.
not a member and you haven't watched that video that says exclusive, you need to watch it. A lot of things in there you need to know. Okay. You'll know some of them if you're not a member on Friday. Listen, thank you for tuning in. I'll see you guys next time.